Okay.
Salaam alaykum wa rahmatuhu wa barakatuh. How are you all, my dear sisters? I hope you are all doing well. Inshallah, today we are going to continue our journey with recitation in Surat Al-Kahf. We are going to recite Ayat 41 and 42, inshallah. So let's start. As usual, at the beginning, I will recite and I will leave time enough for you to repeat after me. And kindly notice the movement of my mouth, especially with Fatha and Alif. We open the mouth vertically and watch out the placement of your tongue. This is regarding if the letter before natural mad Alif is light or heavy, and under the Fatha light or heavy. And regarding Waw, we are going to circle the lips forward. Back of the tongue will be higher a little bit. Regarding Kasra and Ya, we're going to lower the lower jaw and the middle part of the tongue. It will be high. Okay? And the Waw, the natural mad Waw and Dhamma, they are sharing the same articulation point. Difference only between the short vowels or the harakat or the fatha, dhamma, and kasra and the natural mads letters, it's only the duration. The short vowel, it's half the time of the natural mad. That's why we say that the haraka or fatha or dhamma or kasra, it's one count, which is the time needed to pronounce any letter with any short vowel, and natural mad, it's two counts. Two letters with pronounce each one with a vowel, a short vowel. Okay, let's start. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أو يصبح ماؤها غورا. فلن تستطيع له طلبا. وأحيط بثمره. فأصبح يقلب كفيه على ما أنفق فيها. على ما أنفق فيها وهي خاوية على عروشها. ويقول يا ليتني لم أشرك بربي أحدا. Well, now we are going to explain the tajweed rules here. أو, this wow is soft wow or waween because it has sukoon and preceded by fatha. The sign of the waw lean and ya lean in the Quran, the Quranic script or Quranic vowelization that the scholars, may Allah bless them, they put the sign of sukoon over the waw if it's waw lean or soft ya or ya lean. Okay? So this is waw lean, it's not natural mad waw. أو يصبح. The صاد having sukoon. So the characteristics must be clarified. صاد, it's rough letters, soft letters. The sound is running because the articulation point is opened, and it's a letter of hams, whispered. So there is flow of breath plus flow of sound because it's rough letter, flow of breath because it's a mahmoos letter or whispered letter, okay? And we are going to take, after a while, there is a but we didn't take it after now. Anyway, and it's, of course, مفخم letter, مفخم, and it is regarding the levels of tafkhim is going to be the fourth level. Yes, remember they are four, yeah, and the before the last one it is sukun, and then and the kasra it is the least or the weakest. Okay. أو يص us articulation point the articulation point of thought kindly take care of. Why? A lot of sisters commit mistake, which is, if you remember, my dear sister, the makhraj or the articulation point of thought, it is the end of the tap with the lower central incisors from inside, with the bottom of the lower central incisor from inside. Only those two. Only from inside, the bottom of them. So the end of the tab with the bottom of those two. Only. As the mistake, very common mistake that sisters put all the tab, not the end, with the bottom of all the lower teeth. Common mistake. Wrong. It will be as. By this way, you will be never able to pronounce it as heavy or as mufaham as it's supposed to be, because you are not pronouncing the letter from its articulation point. So it's only the end of the tap with those two, only the bottom of those two from inside, only. Use us, saw, to, see. يصبح, only complete the harakat all over your recitation. Complete the harakat, complete the short vowels, which means two things. When I say complete the harakat or complete the short vowels, it means two things. Number one, pronounce or produce the haraka, the short vowel, from its makhraj, which I just said at the beginning of this session. Number two, give it its duration or its time. Do not shorten and do not prolong. Both are not correct, okay? ماؤها. Here I have مد واجب متصل because the natural mad is followed by the hamza in the same word, okay? 4 or 5. This is for how long we extended. We extended for 4 because this is the famous or the most known in our way of recitation. Ma, pay attention to the position or the placement of your tongue when you pronounce the natural mad alif after light letter. Extra attention after meme or noon, because if he's not in the complete relaxation position, the tongue, we did study this week, and we did see the shard and the pages. The tongue must be in the complete relaxation after life, okay? So you have to drag your tongue, lower your tongue to be in the complete relaxation. Ma, open well and your tongue in the complete relaxation. Ma. If I say ma, no. Ma, no. Ma, it's mufakham. Ma, imala. Both are one. Complete relaxation. Because if you do not do this, your tongue is going to be either in the position of tafkhim or in the position of imala. Imala, your tongue will be in a place between the alif and the ya. So the middle part of the tongue will be higher a little bit. Not completely yeah, not completely alif. So just take care. Drag your tongue down. Lower your tongue. Okay? Okay. Ma'uha, 4 counts. 4 counts. 1 count equals the time needed to pronounce any Arabic letter with any short vowel. So 4 counts, for example, it means the time needed to pronounce for ba with fatha. For example, any letter with any short vowel. For ba with fatha, or any letter with any short vowel. I just need to explain by any example. Ba, 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 ba. Those are 4 counts. So I'm going to say ma'uha. This is 4 counts. Do not shorten the count of any count of mad, and do not prolong it more than it's needed. Ma'uha. Here, my dear sisters, this is Hamza, written as a waw. I will repeat. This is Hamza, written as a waw. This is very common in the Quran. Sometimes Hamza written as a waw, like here, sometimes written as a ya. Sometimes we have like here, alif written as a ya. Okay, so this is common. Anyway, like here, the scholar, they put the dagger alif or al-alif al-khinjariya, this dagger alif, to tell us that this letter is going to be pronounced as alif, not as a ya. This is ala, not ali. Not ali, it's ala. This letter is pronounced. Here also, this is Hamza, not waw. Ma-u. Hamza has dhamma. U, it's the dhamma of the Hamza. It's not related to the waw. It's just Hamza written as a waw. Waw is not a letter pronounced at all. It's Hamza written as a waw. This is very common. Okay? Ma-uha, here I have natural mad. Do not overlook the natural mad. 2 counts. Ghawra, gha, gha, gha. It's heavy. Gha. This is the second level of tafkhim. Mufaham letter which has a fatha only, not followed by alif. This is the second level. Gha. Ghawra. Again, wavlin also. Well. Ghawra. This is tanween. If I continue, I will have tanween followed by fa. So I'm going to apply ikhfa. We know the ikhfa. We know the steps now. Number 1, we are going to prepare the mouth to pronounce the following letter, which is fa. At the same time, I'm going to begin to produce the ghunna from the nasal cavity. It's going to be light because it's followed by fa, light letter, and it's going to be complete ghunna because this is the time of ghunna for ikhfa, complete, the second level. At the same time, there will be a hint of a sound produced from the mouth because the articulation points here in the mouth is not totally closed with fa, only with qaf. Al-kaf is totally closed. After I finish this, I pronounce the fa for fatha. غورا فلن غورا فلن. I don't want to hear noon. There is no noon. When we pronounce noon, my dear sister, if you remember in articulation point, no, the articulation point of noon is divided into 2 parts. The mouth part, the tongue placement, and the nasal cavity. The tongue placement is not working here in ikhfa. Only the nasal cavity. غورا فلن لن تستطيع, same إخفاء as here, so you will do the same. It's also going to be light. تستطيع 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 تستطيع, not تستطيع, because ta is followed by ta. Ta and ta, delta are from the articulation point. In general, light letter followed by a heavy letter, it will be very easy to make the first light letter heavy if you do not take care. That's why we say Quran, you read the Quran or you recite Quran letter by letter. Do not worry and think about the following letter until you finish this one. Because if you think about the ta, you will change the ta into heavy sound because your tongue will move to the ta automatically. Do not think about the following letter until you finish the first one. This is number one. Number two, if you pronounce the fatha correctly, properly from its articulation point, and your tongue completely relaxed, you will pronounce the tasa correctly. تستطيع تستطيع تستطيع. Okay? Take care, take care. So this is the ta is light and the ta is heavy. Take care. له, here I have the ha, here I have between the two words له طالب. I have bad sila sugra or minor linking bad because the ha, which is the third person singular masculine, have a short vowel and preceded and followed by letters which have also short vowel. Those are the conditions for linking mad or mad as-sila. So this is mad sila sughra because it's only for 2 counts. It's only for 2 counts. Okay? Lahu, I'm going to pronounce natural mad well. This is tiny well. I'm going to pronounce natural mad well. Lahu, and circle your lips forward properly kindly. طالب, heavy. Huh? We know now why it's heavy. Remember, heaviness, tafkhim, and tarqiq, or heaviness and lightness, it's related to the characteristic of elevation, isti'la, and lowering, istifal. Remember? And we said when we talk about elevation, isti'la, and lowering, istifal, we are talking about the direction of the sound, correctly? And we said when the sound is directed to the roof of the mouth or the dome of the palate, there will be echo. The sound go and come, go and come. And this echo, it is the tafkhim. It is the heaviness. And when the letter, is light, is lowered or mustafil, so the sound does not rise to the roof of the mouth or the dome of the palate. It descends. So there will be no echo, no tafkhim. So the letter will be muraqqaq or light. So ta, you direct the sound. You are the one who is controlling the direction of the sound, the flow of the sound, the flow of the breath. You control everything. So take care. Okay? Ta, but lam, ba, the natural math, all the Allah. Tale, ta, do not say talo. طالب. Okay? طالب. تنوين فتح, if I'm going to stop, is going to be omitted and replaced by مد عوض for 2 counts. وأحيط. Only the ta is heavy. All the rest are light. So now I'm going to by my hand, I'm going to point to the direction of the sound. Where, he, ta. Correct? Where, he, ta. Okay? The direction of the sound. Take care. بِفَمَرِهِ. بِفَمَرِهِ. Complete the harakat. I have here Radd Sala Sawra again, the same as we explained here. 2 counts, but this is also 2 counts. It's going to be 2 counts. فأصبح, same like this. يصبح فأصبح, by the way, it is the same verb. فأصبح يقلب. The lamb only is having shadda, so this is double lamb, okay? 2 lambs. The first 2 lambs, okay? I want to clear it first. They are 2. The first one is having sukun, yes? And the second one is having kasra, yes? So pronounce the first one which has sukun and give it its time. It's bayni letter, in between letter. So yuqalli. Do not say yuqalli. By this way you omit a letter. You cancel a letter in the Quran. This is clear mistake. Yuqallibu. Okay. كفيه. This fa also is having shadda, so this is stressed fa, double fa. The first one has sukun. Second one has fatha. Fa, it's rakh letter, so give it its time. The time of fa is going to be longer than the time of la. The time of fa sakina is longer than the time of lam sakina because fa is a rakh letter, soft letter, while lam it's a bayni letter, in between letter. كف فا كف فا كف فا. Huh? Articulation point of the fa. كفيه. Yeah, here it's يألي again because has سكون and preceded by fatha. كفيه على. Here it's على as we explained. This is dagger alif. Tell us that this is not ya. This is alif written as ya. على. على. This is not Ali. This is على ما أنفق. Here I have between those two words مد جائز منفصل or optional disconnected mad, because the natural mad, it is the last letter of the first word, and the hamza, it is the first letter of the following word. So they are in between. This is in between two words. So 4 or 5, we extend for 4 because this is the most known in our way of narration. ما أنفق. Noon followed by fa. إخفاء. Already we explained إخفاء today in here. فلن تستطيع. This is إخفاء, the same here. It is the same we are going to do here. And also going to be light. The one is going to be light. مرققة. Because it's followed by fa. And here also it was إخفاء. غورا فلن تستطيع أنفق. فيها. Do not overlook the natural math, this one, to count. فيها وهي خاوية. خاوية. خا. ضخم letter with fatha followed by natural mad alif, the highest level of the tafkhim. خا. خا. If you remember, we said the difference between letter of ضخم letter with fatha followed by natural mad alif has more time, more duration so the echo will fill the mouth more than when I pronounce مفخم letter only with fatha. If I say only ha, it's not like ha. The duration when it's followed by natural mad alif is longer, so the echo will fill the mouth more in more time, so you will feel it more. That's why it's the highest when مفخم letter has a fatha followed by natural mad alif more than when it has fatha only. Ha. خاوية. Tanween followed by ayn, so I have ibha. I have a very nice story about this sign. You know, this is the sign of ibha in Quran. You know, this sign was at the first written like this, well, and then noon. Because this is you are going to we pronounce noon because it's followed by ayn ibha. By passing of time, this noon was written like this. Well, remain the same, but noon it was up down like this. And after this, the dot was not written anymore, so it becomes like nowadays. So this is noon. This is supposed to be noon, but you know, it's passing of time, everything changed. So this is noon pronounced because we have ibhar. وهي خاوية. noon. Noon. Okay. The duration of غنة of noon, it is the incomplete غنة. This is the time, incomplete غنة, because it is the time only of the noon sakina. It's an in-between letter. Tanween, it's noon sakina, pronounced or not written. So noon sakina, it's an in-between letter. So the time of غنة here equal the time of the letter itself only. That's why the duration of غنة of noon sakina and mim sakina, it is the incomplete غنة, the third degree of the duration of غنة. وهي خاوية على عروشها, the same, it's alif written as yeah. عروشها, complete the حركات time, complete the حركات. عروشها. عروشها. ويقول. Nothing, but just complete the حركات. يقول, the قاف. This is قاف, not كاف. And some pronounce it sometimes as a G. If you say pronounced as a kaf or G or G as a kaf or G, it means that you are moving the articulation part of kaf forward. Because after kaf we have kaf. After kaf we have jim. Correct? Kaf, furthermost part of the tongue or the back of the tongue with the soft palate. Kaf also back of the tongue with or furthermost part of the tongue with the area in between soft and hard palate. Jim, middle part of the tongue with what lies against it of the palate. So qaf and then kaf and then jim. So it's qaf. Aq, aq, ويقول قول not ويقول or ويقول it's قاف ويقول يا ليتني the dagger alif again. This is natural mat for 2 count. Do not overlook the natural mat. يا ليتني يا again it's soft يا or يا لين. Do not overlook the natural mat here. You see, this is the difference between, mashallah, our scholars, wallahi, did pay a lot of effort, wallahi, to keep the Quran so we can recite, mashallah, properly. The signs help you when you recite. This is ya'li. This is natural madya. From where I know, even if I don't know anything, from the signs, from the sound of the Quranic vowelization. The ya'lin or the soft ya is having, they put the sign of sukoon over it. But the natural madya, although it's sakin, but they do not put the sign of sukoon to differentiate between them. To differentiate between them. Is it important to differentiate between the natural mad ya and the ya lean or the natural mad well and the waw lean? I will give you 3 seconds to think. Yes, of course, it's important. When, especially when we reach the chapter of mudud, from where you're going to know that this is a natural mad or this is ya lean or a soft letter. Okay? Lam ushrik. Lam only give the time of the lam of the meme because it's an in between letter, بيني letter, لين عمر. Lam, wait, lam, and only close the lips. Do not lam, no, lam ushrik. Here in this word is very, very good example. Here, my dear sisters, I have 2 second letters, sheen and kaf. Sheen and kaf. Sheen, it's rakh letter, soft letter. Kaf, it's shadid letter, strong letter. Remember, do you remember when we explained about strength, softness, and in between of rakhawa, shidda, bayniya, and we said that this characteristic or the outcome of this characteristic, it is the what? 3 seconds to think. Yes, it is the duration of the non-vowel letters. So I have sheen with sukoon, rakh letter. It has the longest time for any non-vowel letter. And kaf is shadid, the least time for any non-vowel letter. So when we recite, the listener must distinguish between them. Ushrik, ushrik. And of course, the kaf, the articulation point going to be closed, and then I open it with hands. I allow that it will be flow of breath, not sound. If you produce sound, you will apply qalqala. Okay? Ush, ush, and do not pronounce the shin sakina while your lips still in the position of the dhamma of the hamza. Ush, I will say it slow motion. Ush, rik, ush, rik. بربي ba is having shadda, so stressed. Double ba, give the first one its time. Yes, it's shadid, the least time, but still had time. بربي, you see, I waited a little. بربي, I didn't say it directly. بربي, برب. See this, بربي. بربي أحد. Between those two words, I have also مد جائز منفصل or optional disconnected mad, because natural mad at the end of the first word and the hamza at the beginning of the following word. So it's 4 or 5. It doesn't fulfill. بربي أحد. تنوين فتح is going to be unmattered if we're going to stop and replace by مد عوض for 2. Okay. Well, I hope it was not difficult. Inshallah, this is our recitation for today. So, سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. سلام الله عليكم ورحمته وبركاته.